The latest Doctor Strange film was truly out of this world, but guess what? It's about to get even crazier. Doctor Strange's name takes on a new meaning as Marvel lore changes forever, all because of Eternals' Great Machines redefines what strange means in this universe. Are you curious to know what we're talking about then? Keep on watching to know more. First up, Doctor Strange's name takes on new meaning. In the Marvel universe, the term strange has taken on a whole new dimension, giving Doctor Strange's iconic moniker a whole new meaning. The Great Machine unveils the actual origins of Marvel's superheroes in Eternals number 12, uniting the universe's many diverse kinds of superhumans under one banner, the Strange. Eternals has made some significant changes to the Marvel universe's heroes. The comic has revealed the horrifying true cost of being eternal, as well as how the Great Machine, called the Earth, sacrifices a human life every time one is resurrected. The Eternals were broken by the unveiling, and Thanos was able to achieve power as the Prime Eternal and nearly destroy the planet as a result. The Eternals eventually overcame Thanos, but not before the machine revealed the final piece of their actual mission. So, what exactly happened during Eternals number 12? Ajax connects with the Avengers' celestial headquarters in Eternals number 12 by Kieron Gillen, Esad Ribic, Matthew Wilson, and Clayton Cowles, and discovers the truth. Fans already knew that when the progenitor, the first celestial to arrive on Earth, died, necrofluids were released into the biosphere. But the Great Machine explains the specific responsibilities of Eternals, humans, and deviants. Deviants adapt to the necrofluid, stabilizing and changing it in ways that they can pass on to humans, a process that is thought to have given rise to the mutants of X-Men. The deviants may, however, mutate out of control as direct conduits, at which point the Eternals exist to eliminate the outliers. The Celestials' big plan to build superhuman antibodies to fight their foes is a shock to the Eternals, but the thought that the necrofluid creates strange life forms could change how Stephen Strange is viewed in the future. Earth, as the Great Machine, effectively puts all of Marvel's strange life forms, from mutants to moloids to Atlanteans to individuals like Hulk and Captain America, into the category of the strange, with distinctions between stable and unstable branches. This is one of the most comprehensive explanation of superhumans ever presented in Marvel literature, and it even uses the Sorcerer Supreme's last name. While Doctor Strange's name has always had a double meaning, as he is an odd doctor who deals with strange problems, Stephen now lives in a universe where strange is effectively a catch-all phrase for Earth's superhumans. Strange's name could have a third meaning. He's the doctor of all Earth's superpowered anomalies, in charge of their preservation and lifespan. Strange now has a considerable more precise connotation in Marvel lore, taking on the specificity of words like mutant, inhuman, and eternal, and has seen him live up to it during his time as Sorcerer Supreme and membership on the Avengers and Defenders. While Doctor Strange's death means Marvel is unlikely to use this concept right away, even though Clea also goes by the name Strange and has recently taken on the role of protecting the unusual from the mundane. This isn't the kind of connection Marvel allows to go unexplored in comics, and the fact that Doctor Strange's name has become synonymous with Dr. Superhuman is almost certain to bear fruit down the line, as this massive new piece of Maverick art shows. Since we already mentioned Clea, did you know that the character is also upgraded to the status of Sorcerer Supreme in Marvel's Strange number 2? Now you do, but that's not all. There is to it, since she might also be the most dangerous Sorcerer Supreme yet. Marvel's new Sorcerer Supreme wears two mantles, which, rather than combining her abilities, makes her immensely deadly. Taking up the title of Marvel's new Sorcerer Supreme has left Clea in a precarious position, as the hero's powers and mantles collide and work against one another. Being the Sorcerer Supreme of Earth and the Dark Dimension at the same time, as shown in a preview for Strange number 2 by Marvel Comics, comes at a tremendous cost, as her powers clash as she struggles to preserve order against a strong new opponent. Following Doctor Strange's murder at the hands of Caecilius in the current Marvel Comics universe, Clea is the next Sorcerer Supreme of Earth. Strange's wife, Clea Strange, has taken up the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme and is attempting to not only assume the role, but also to bring Stephen Strange back from the grave. Her attempts to resuscitate Strange, however, have been hindered by a terrifying new villain, the Harvest Man, who has unleashed a zombified version of the hero Thunderstrike against Clea. Furthermore, with the new Sorcerer Supreme still holding the title of Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension, she is quickly realizing that her abilities are dangerously competing rather than working together. Her war against the Harvestmen continues in a new preview by Strange No. 2 by Jed MacKay, Marcelo Ferreira, Don Ho, Java Tartaglia, and VC's Corey Petit. Holding the role twice over on Earth and in the Dark Dimension is extremely dangerous, according to Marvel's new Sorcerer Supreme, who compares them to fire and ice and acid and stone. Clea points out that the most powerful magicians don't take multiple mantles because their powers aren't meant to combine and don't ally. Clea adds that the opposing forces within her are at odds, as she manages to keep them from battling each other while she should be concentrated on fighting the zombified Thunderstrike. Harvestman reminds Marvel's new Sorcerer Supreme that his job is death's and that he answers to no mortal. Clea begs him to reconsider, noting that she has battled alongside Thunderstrike in his more human form previously. With Doctor Strange gone, Clea may be forced to choose between becoming the Sorcerer Supreme of Earth of the Dark Dimension or being a less effective Sorceress Supreme of Earth of the Dark Dimension. While having both mantles may appear to be advantageous in some cases, in this situation, being the Sorcerer Supreme twice over is extremely perilous, and it will most likely affect not only Clea's future struggle with the Harvestman, but also other threats once her power conflicts are revealed. Not to give you a headache or anything, but that's the only thing occupying the fans' minds right now, since there are several possible storylines emerging because of the Multiverse of Madness film. And as it turns out, the movie contains a plethora of possible hooks, ranging from direct references to a Doctor Strange 3 to crossovers with other franchises, and of course, the chance of Mephisto eventually making his appearance. At one point, the prospect of a director for a future Marvel Studios picture is mentioned. So let's take a look at some of those hints to the Multiverse of Madness likely future. For starters, Clea could lead the next Doctor Strange film. Let's start with a tease at the halfway point. Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, who appears to have regained control of his third sight, comes into a lady dressed in purple armor carrying a knife capable of cutting across universes and realities. Charlize Theron plays her, and she certainly left folks guessing who she was supposed to be. It was eventually revealed that she is Clea, Dormammu's niece. Clea was introduced in 1964 as a strange ally until the two conducted a sort of wedding in 1989, which lasted on and off for the following few decades of comic book storylines. Unfortunately, it concluded with Doctor Strange's death, a true 2021 Marvel Comics miniseries, and Clea taking over as Sorcerer Supreme and also taking his title. Of course, Marvel Studios can change her origins and direction, but the fact that she married Strange in the comics leads us to believe she will be the catalyst for a third Doctor Strange picture. Strange's reluctance to be an equal partner in a love scenario is one of his main stumbling barriers, according to Multiverse of Madness. The next possible scenario that could happen in the next Doctor Strange film is a possible redemption for Inhumans, which adds a twist to Miss Marvel for a variety of reasons. Seeing Anson Mount dressed as Black Bolt in a comic-accurate outfit is one of the most astonishing sights in the Multiverse of Madness Illuminati scene. First, it occurred. Marvel's Inhumans, an 8-episode ABC series formed partly out of the tumultuous relationship between Marvel Studios and Marvel Entertainment, was a black eye for the firm. Originally, Inhumans was set to be released around the same time as Captain Marvel and Black Panther. However, after the studio changed its name from Marvel Entertainment to the Walt Disney Studio, which lost much, if not all, of Marvel Entertainment's involvement in numerous film projects, enthusiasm for filming an Inhumans picture plummeted. And finally, the eventual debut of the Fantastic Four. We know this is the third time these heroes got recast, but let's look at some additional occurrences in addition to John Krasinski's cameo as Reed Richards. Apart from giving moviegoers their first sight at the cursed Richards, though it's still unclear if his appearance was more than a fan service cameo, we believe all of those tidbits of information point to one thing: Krasinski will helm a Fantastic Four in addition to playing one of the key roles. Emily Blunt might play a version of Sue Storm, the Earth 838 Reed's wife who was mentioned right before Wanda killed him. Sadly, time's up for today's video, so we'll be ending today's episode on this note. Thanks for watching, we'll see you again next time.